Well, I had posted a video a few days ago talking about a Blackstar amplifier that I had bought. I bought a Blackstar idcore 20. I bought it used off of reverb.com. I paid $80 for the amp, $20 for shipping. They're about $160 brand new. And before I bought it, I had done a bunch of research and tried to look up everything I could about those amps. And I wasn't seeing too much good stuff. So that's why I bought a used one. Because I figured, meh, if something's going to go bad, I'd rather pay less for it. And it got the amp, and it was the nicest sounding amp I've ever played in the past 25 years. I love the thing. I'm so upset right now. The original video I had posted was talking about the foot switch, and I was very disturbed that a company like Blackstar would make you pay $60 to $70 for a foot switch for an amplifier that doesn't house anything that justifies that high price when I could buy a $20 no-name foot switch that'll work just fine. Because I ended up doing that. I had an old foot switch kicking around and I plugged it into this amplifier, and lo and behold, it works. So the amp worked for 2 weeks, and it gave me a new excitement in playing guitar. I've played my guitar more in the past 2 weeks out of that Blackstar idcore 20 than in the past 10 years, because it sounded so nice and I loved it so much, and I was planning on buying some of their other products. The idcore 20 is just a 20-watt amp. I was going to buy some bigger stuff. Wow, it's a really good sound. And I finally got a laptop and decided to plug this little amplifier into the laptop through the USB cord and the port on the top of the amp, and go on to Blackstar Insider Software website, which is free. And when I went there, it said that there was an update available for my amp. So I clicked yes on the update, and the amp and the computer talked to each other. And the update looked like it was going in, and then the amp turned itself off, and it's been 8 hours now, and the amp just will not turn on anymore. So I sent an email to the corporation, knowing that this is a multi-billion-dollar corporation who really isn't going to care that one guy who bought a used amplifier and doesn't even have a warranty card for it, what were they going to do for me? And yeah, basically, in a nutshell, with long-winded, the company told me, oh, we're aware that we have many issues with our software, but this doesn't seem like a software problem, and basically spend more money at a Blackstar certified dealer to try and get the thing fixed. In a nutshell, they kind of told me to go fuck myself. And I'm not even mad. I'm not mad. I'd expect that from a large American corporation. That's what corporations do. And the end user, at the end of the day, the small guy like you and me, we don't care. We don't matter to them. Just global sales is all that matters. And even if you're selling a crappy product that you know you can't stand behind, Blackstar can always make an excuse and say it's something else. In the email I sent them, I clearly specified that this problem only arose directly after I installed their software update. It was not before. There's nothing wrong with the amp. They said, look at your power supply. I told them that I had already looked at the power supply. Because I bought the amplifier used, I had already taken the top of the amp off to make sure that the fuse inside was okay, which it's okay. And I looked on a couple of blogs, a couple of research pages, seeing if any other issues, and people were maybe talking about the switch going bad. It's not the switch, it's a software issue. I can hear the amp making, squealy computer noises when you turn it on, but none of the lights come on, and nothing comes on. Nothing. No lights, no sound, no nothing. And instantly after I installed the update. So Blackstar will not stand behind their product, and yeah, I got burned for $80. And I can't even blame the guy who sold it to me, because he sold me an amp that was working perfectly until I did an update from the Blackstar company. And Blackstar will just refuse to accept responsibility for that. So, well, there's one more customer that will never buy any product that has a Blackstar or even a Korg name on it. And there's 10 or 11 different companies that Korg USA, who owns Blackstar, also sells. And I will personally go out of my way to not buy anything produced or owned or manufactured by Korg USA. So now I am kind of bummed. I don't want to play my guitar anymore, and I have an $80 paperweight sitting in my guitar room staring at me that should sound awesome, and I should be playing my guitar now, but yeah, I got 2 weeks out of it. So if you're thinking of buying a Korg or a Blackstar, just know there's zero customer support, and they're just going to give you some pre-punched return, tell you to spend more money. They're going to acknowledge that they have crappy software and there's issues with it, but they also acknowledge that they're not going to do anything about it, and it's up to you. And if you go on any of their service sites to find repair services for the Blackstar idcore series, they're classified as a non-serviceable amp. So you're just basically out of luck. You're going to spend money on one of these amps, a Blackstar, and you're just going to hope for the best. And if anything goes wrong, there's nothing you can do about it. You're out. I'm not one of those kind of people that's going to say, we need to all rise up and boycott Blackstar. That's not going to happen. People are still going to buy their stuff. And the amount of crap that goes out their doors that continues to work and gives somebody mediocre quality, it's going to keep them going. But at the end of the day, the idcore series, do your research. If you're going to buy one of these amps, there's not really much good about them. They sound great, but they just aren't worth the money they're made out of. So do your research. Don't get duped like I did.